Hello there. Pleasure and honor to speak to you tonight. Tonight I'll be reading a poem from a poet named Geo Warder. That's George Woodward Warder. He's an unknown genius, beautiful poet. Not only that, an electrotheologist. If anyone is wondering what that means, it means someone who treats electricity theologically. So electricity is like a religion. It's part of creation. It's part of their creation story, part of their religion, their philosophy, their theology. Not just a materialistic, scientific, biological thing, but a spiritual thing, a religious thing. And this guy was one of the first, not the first, but one of the first major people to come up with this electro-theology before even Walter Russell. Not many people know this. I've got a lot of Walter Russell books there, but also Geo Warder, got all his books as well. Top guy, top guy. Right, so this poem, it's called Love. Could I but mould the vault on high, I'd blazon love upon the sky, imprinted on the dazzling sun, and every life when first begun. Pour it a song through coming years, blent with the music of the spheres, a voice to keep the world from strife, the poetry of joy and life. Love gives our lives a richer health. Love adds unto our souls new wealth. It steps into the heart when lo, new streams of joy begin to flow. We see more wealth in one bright eye than in the proud and jeweled sky, of golden stars than in the deep, rich bosom of the sea where sleep the continents of glittering pearl and the lost riches of the world. Man may his warmth of nature hide, and chill it with a freezing pride. Erase from life affection's ports, be traffic's ship ambition's sport. In his secret soul will smile, affection's sun, love's starry isle. Affection's sun, love's starry isle, where he will wander when the soul is sad with strife and sorrows roll. There love will ope the doors and bars to isles that glitter like the stars. Love is the homeland of the soul, beyond where glowing planets roll, beyond the stars and central sun, beyond where blazing comets run, where mind is lost in whirling space, it doth in golden pathway trace to the throne of the infinite, where it soars in bliss and bows in prayer. Its magic touch builds brighter domes than greatness of the greed that roams. For gold, ambition's lofty pride, bold, Caesar-like, may sternly stride across the Rubicon of love, and spurn its joys, may look above its trampled bliss, and march ahead on steeds with bridles dripping red, till on a pyramid of bones a throne is made of all the thrones. But on that dizzy sceptred height the heart will shrivel with the blight of desolation, drear and dark, be sorrow's tomb and envy's mark. Love doth the fairest castles build, affection's gems doff decks and gild. Its portals their fancies wing, of soar for new-found joys to bring. Into its temple the mind is but its messenger to open, shut the door of reason, the hands that toil, the feet that swiftly tread the soil, obey its bidding. Memory holds her treasured stores to glad unfold their fairness, and to fondly bless its idols with a sweet caress. Intelligence, that electric fire, is but the lightning long the wire. Of its embodied hopes, the heart is but the battery, whence they start. She is the fair enchantress of the earth, whose wizard touch gives joy to birth. The sunlight, starlight of the soul, the monarch of the tides that roll, from being centre to its pole, the pivot turning night to day, heaven smiling on the darkest way, the essence of all warmth and light, while hatred is the gloom of night, the chaos of an unborn earth, till love hath spoke it into birth, the deluge, and hath drowned the world in blood, nor built an ark, but hurled on life and time a thousand woes, the curse of strife and death's repose. Love doth not fly, not seek to fly, to glittering heights where flame it sits high, and breaths her zephyrs of applause, and weaves her laurels, her cause. Though hope may seek fame's nectared bough, is not distinction the yearnings of the soul are deep and strong, her joys doth loom, the brightest mid affection's bloom. There the heart, pantings and its sob, are stilled by joy's fame doth rub. Joys drowned mid clamorous strife, but all of life's not made of strife. Silence is strong, though tempest roll. There'll come a lull, a quiet to the soul. Then turn from fame and greed of hire, to fill affection's central fire. Volcanic light lift far above the peerless monuments of love. Lift like an isle amid the sea, an Eden where the soul may flee. The only Eden earth can bring, where bliss can smile, and joy can sing. There on love's azure heights are built bright castle domes of gold and gilt, that glisten when the morn's begun, a sapphire blaze at set of sun, where gorgeous tinted rain's bows loom, and fairest flowers of beauty bloom, 'neath rosy morns and tranquil noons, 'neath mellow suns and laughing moons, where angels come their wings of light, like diamonds quivering in the sight, and in its portals like a queen, love sits enchantress of the scene, waves her mild sceptre, and the while smiles, care away, with but a smile. She rules but with a golden chain, no galling yoke brings grief or pain, but music swells the arches high, and ripples through the starry sky, and beings brighter than the light, and angels come and go in flight, from starry worlds to starry height, and plant a ladder on earth's sod, in footprints where Redeemer trod, that reaching up doth rest on God, where sweet as harp of thousand strings, the soul is music on bright wings, and treads that ladder to its height, which ends in endless perfect light. Love is God's master builder, who rears fairer fabrics than doth strew ambition's plains they may not rise, to dizzy heights to dazzle eyes, but bask like fragrant summer isles, 'neath golden suns where pleasure smiles, mid flowers where enchanting seas ripple with entrancing melodies, enrapturing to the listening ears, as music of harmonious spheres, where siren songs are heard and sung, and rich ambrosial fruit is hung, 'neath nectared vines and blissful bowers, of sweet existence strewn with flowers, the heaven of all heavens above, the God of all gods, Then, sad, oh sad the heart that have not earthly angel, and that have not heard the melody of love, in human voice and music's bold, or earthly more charming divine, than siren's song or cirque's wine, than amphibian flute or Orphean's lyre, whose strings thrilled with Promethean fire, Apollo's harp of beauty rare, strung with the threads of golden hair, where Aeolus' wind-swept hand finds softer touch than human hand, the life of life, the soul of glee, the essence of all melody. It's the joy of all the past, life's first bright dream, bright to the last, the light of hope, the bliss to be, the fruit of that once tasted tree, of Eden's life, perennial joy, that sin and death could not destroy, whose sweetness in its faded bloom is still exhaustless through the gloom of centuries, the sword of fire, flaming from cherubim, could not expire, its sweets, its fragrance spread, o'er all the earth survives through dead. It is the light that makes the day. In heaven they need no other ray. They have no sun like ours here. Love is the sun that lights that sphere, and in the heart where it doth dwell, the bosom feels its glowing swell, as if another Eden fair bloomed with perennial glad